There will always be a number of procedures for undertaking an organisational training needs analysis. RTOs and training organisations include many of these in their organisational procedures and policies. Let's look at 5 of these now and how we might actually meet each of these requirements within an organisation. The first is engaging with organisations. Engagement with organisations is a critical step in the training needs analysis process. It involves actively communicating and collaborating with key stakeholders within that organisation, including the management, employees, and possibly external partners. The requirements for effective engagement include these 4 points. Stakeholder identification. So recognising all of the relevant stakeholders who will be impacted by the training or who will need to provide valuable insights into the training needs. Next is communication. Establishing clear, open and ongoing channels of communication to gather input, provide updates and facilitate discussions about training needs and objectives. Third is collaboration. This is where you're working closely with various departments and teams to understand their unique challenges, goals, and the specific skills required to enhance their performance. And finally, feedback mechanisms. Implementing systems to collect and analyse feedback from these stakeholders to ensure that the training needs analysis is comprehensive and aligned with organisational goals. Preparing reports is about documenting the findings, recommendations, and proposed training strategies derived from the training needs analysis. Key requirements here include clarity and conciseness. This is about reports being clear, well-structured, and concise, presenting information in an easily digestible format. Next is data analysis. Incorporating data analysis to support findings and recommendations with quantitative and qualitative data. Having actionable recommendations, so providing specific, actionable recommendations for addressing identified training needs. And lastly, alignment with the objectives, so ensure that the report aligns with the organisation's strategic objectives and provides a clear roadmap for achieving the desired outcomes through the training that you're recommending. Confidentiality of commercial information. Maintaining the confidentiality of commercial information is paramount during the training needs analysis process. This can involve a few different things. The first is a non-disclosure agreement, or NDA. So where appropriate, having stakeholders sign NDAs to legally bind them to confidentiality is a wise move. We also have to secure data handling. So implementing some sort of secure data handling and storage practice to protect sensitive commercial information from unauthorized access or breaches. Remember that you're going to be deep diving into organisational procedures, and some of those may be confidential. And thirdly is access control, so limiting access to confidential information to authorised personnel only, based on their role and necessity in the analysis process. The fourth point is privacy and personal information. So leading on from what we were just talking about, the privacy of personal information pertains to protecting the individual data of employees and stakeholders involved in your TNA. Some of the requirements include compliance with privacy laws. So you have to adhere to the relevant privacy laws and regulations, such as the Australian Privacy Principles, or APPs, to ensure personal information is collected, used and stored appropriately. I provided a link below to these privacy principles. Next is getting consent. Obtaining informed consent from individuals before collecting personal information and clearly explaining how it will be used and stored is critical. Next is data minimization. This is collecting only the personal information that is directly relevant or necessary for the training needs analysis. The last main point is work health and safety. We incorporate work health and safety considerations into the training needs analysis to ensure that the training programs will not only enhance skills and knowledge, but also promote a safe working environment. 3 ways we can achieve this is by doing a risk assessment, so identifying potential health and safety risks associated with the current work practices and how they can be mitigated through training. Next is regulatory compliance, so ensuring that recommended training programs comply with any national and local WHS regulations and standards. And promoting a safety culture. So doing this within an organisation through training, emphasising the importance of safety practices and awareness in everyday work activities has long-lasting impacts on the organisation. So each of these 5 points plays a crucial role in conducting a thorough and effective organisational training needs analysis, ensuring that the process is collaborative, data-driven, and respectful of confidentiality and privacy concerns, while also prioritising the health and safety of all employees.